How's it going, guys? This is the Loewenator, and welcome back to another video on the channel. So this video is kind of going to be a little bit more fun for me, but not fun for really anybody else. So if you hate Jamie, sorry to break it to you, you're not going to like this video. So what are we going to do in today's video? We're going to do a Season 3 wish list for Jamie. So if you guys want to hear what I'm going to have to say about the character and what I want to see for Season 3, make sure you hit that like button down below for us, and make sure you subscribe with notifications on for more Street Fighter 6 and other fighting game content as well. But I also do Pokemon content as well, so subscribe if you're into that. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today, as we get to the meat and potatoes, is what I want for Jamie in Season 3. So as you know, he is a dive kick character. He has no fireball, so he doesn't have really much to threaten in the mid-screen. But what he does have is he has an anti-fireball tool, he has a dive kick, and he has a palm. He has his drink mechanic, which everybody knows. If you have been playing Street Fighter 6 since launch, you know about his drink mechanic, which I really wish he wasn't held back by it, but that's okay. We can still make him a pretty efficient character if we try, but I would say he's a pretty strong character, considering he has decent pressure, he has really good buttons, and his pressure when he gets in is really overwhelming. So if you get knocked down by this character, you're pretty much going to get a lot of damage taken out of you. So he's a very huge rushdown character until he gets drinks, then he becomes only rushdown. He can be defensive in some ways, but playing him defensive is not really that smart in this game because you're always about offense and drive rush. But obviously, we're here for the Season 3 Jamie changes, but I will say a couple universal changes that I want for the game mechanics is obviously throw loops. I want them gone. Throw loops are probably not going to leave this game. I'm probably going to be honest here and say they're not going to leave the game. We saw that Elena wasn't getting any throw loops in the Elena build at Evo Japan, but come on, man. Just because one character does not get throw loops doesn't mean every other character is not going to. You have to keep in mind that until we sit down and play the full build of the Season 3 patch, we can't be sure that everyone's going to lose a throw loop. Even our boy Jamie here has a throw loop. So, are they going to get removed in Season 3? We'll never know. I hope Drive Rush gets a hitbox extender as well. I hope a hurtbox extend. I hope we get to check Drive Rush more easier in this game. And I hope that Drive Parry gets a little bit more of adjustments. But in terms of Jamie, there's a couple changes I want for Jamie. So, let's get started. So, for Jamie, I want a little bit more plus frames in the corner. So, as you guys know, when Jamie does this string in the corner, the Rekka string with the kicks, he's only -1. So he loses his turn immediately when he gets the knockdown in the corner, which I think is pretty whack. It's pretty stupid. You guys may crucify me for this. I understand. You hate Jamie. Fine, go ahead. But there is a reason why I'm saying this. So the first change I want for Jamie is this. I want all versions of his regular kicks in the corner to be +1. And the only reason for that is because in Street Fighter 6, +1 will get you nowhere. +1 is shit. It's not really doing much for you. Yes, it's getting you maybe a jab. It's maybe getting you a light kick trade. But it's not really getting much else. Because if you do a certain something called throw them, and you want to get the drink off the throw, you're not exactly getting anything off of it. You're getting a drink, of course. But hey, let me set it to crouching light punch. So when you're +1, yes, you can see. Look at that. I screwed up the plus frames because this is such a bad position to be in. So yes, you can crouch jab on your plus, which is obviously fine. So I want to preface this first before I say what's wrong with this. I will say that the nice thing about this is when you do get the knockdown with this, yes, you can counter hit them, but you can also kind of OS this in terms that you can block the first hit and then drive parry the second, which obviously in Season 3 drive parries are going to be a little bit different, so we'll see that when the Elena patch comes out on June 5th. But what is wrong with this especially is that when you get the knockdown on this, throws lose. So you just don't have any threats. You get where I'm going? You get what I'm saying here? Like, even Crouching Medium Punch loses. Like, I just don't see a use for this. You get beaten up by jab on your plus frames. It's just not fun, man. And everyone else gets better options than Jamie. It's just not fun. I don't think this is a good way to get pressure in the corner in terms of just being +1. I feel like there has to be a layer. There has to be a better layer here. Like, even then, you have better plus frames after heavy DP, but for losing 2 bars of drive just to get jabbed out of your throw, get jabbed out of your medium, it's like... I know there's other characters that have +1. Doesn't mean it should be that way. I feel like everyone should at least have a +2 situation with drive meter. Like, especially if you get it on hit. If you get rewarded for knocking someone down, the reward should be decently high, but at the same time, because of throw loops potentially being gone, knock on wood, and cross our fingers, hope to die, throw loops are gone, it'll create a nice dynamic in terms of you won't die because you have to get thrown thousands of times. So it's just kind of a thing where I don't really like the direction that they put Jamie in terms of, like, his plus streams are so whack and they're just not threatening in any way. People can just jab. And it's just like, come on, man. So that's probably the first change I would make, is make his kicks in the corner +1 and then make this +2. That's my first change. Another thing I really want is his dive kick. I feel like it's really not as great as I want it to be. I feel like there's just too many situations in this game where Jamie's just 2- and then he gets punished for making a correct read. So you see how really high above Cammy's head I'm +4? No, sorry, I'm -4. It just feels like a really shitty feeling when you make a correct read on someone's offense and you're -4 and you get jabbed and you get put into the corner with a drive rush cancel. So what I would ask for is maybe you revert this to maybe Cammy's dive kick and put every single minus situation dive kick into -2 like hers. Because I don't exactly like being -4 on a 2-bar move using 2 of my drive meter. Like, it kind of stinks, you know. Like Jamie already has enough trouble trying to get drinks anyway. So it's really stupid that the fact that his dive kick is so punishable that you can't even make it safe when you make the correct read on someone's offense, you know? It's just really dumb. So honestly, I would make that a change. I would make all of his dive kick angles -2 like Cammy's. Because look at Cammy's. You can go right above their head and she's only -2. So it's just like, how is that fair? Like, that Jamie's a dive kick character too, and he can't even get the same love Cammy does in terms of at least being more safer on the dive kick. Like, the dive kick is so much scarier to go for now because of that option, because of that situation being like -4 and getting jabbed. It's so bad being minus in that one situation that can get you put in the corner and then you get throw looped and die. Do you really want to see that again? Like, I don't think so. So I would think make his dive kick -2 in the unsafe persuasion, if you get what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, when it's at the highest peak of the dive kick, don't take that -4 bullshit out of here. Take this -3 crap out of here and maybe make it -2. Just so we can actually see some safer options. I know we already made the heavy palm safe already. I know that's -2, but it's just like, this doesn't put him in a good situation anyway. He loses his turn and you have to either block or parry, or just you risk so much after getting put in -3. So as good as this change is last patch, it's just not, it doesn't complement his toolkit also, but it just makes it a little bit more, I don't know, it does make him better a little bit, but it's just like every other palm is going to be minus anyway, so just give him a little bit of more, less frame disadvantage on the dive kick. I think that would be a nice change for Jamie. But other than that, there's this other thing that I heard people saying on Twitter and on Twitch with people's live streams, and I think this is a great change. I think this is actually something that's really cool. So for 2 bars of meter, I would love to see a new move where he gets EX drink. I actually like this idea. I forget who said it. I forget if it was Bolt Strike on Twitter or if it was someone else on Twitter. So whoever said that, if I don't know your name or whoever suggested that, I'm sorry. But I did see it on Twitter, and it was a really nice change that I thought should get added to this character. I think putting an OD drink would be nice, just for the fact that he has trouble getting drinks already. And it's just really, really cool idea just to let him have his toolkit a little bit faster in matches. So I really think that would be a good change. So his sweep should not be touched. I think this is fine the way it is. Sometimes you can still space it to where it's safe, to where people can't punish you. At worst, you'll get swept back, which you should get punished if you're sweeping a neutral. Come on. I'm not going to say this should be the most privileged sweep, and it was in Season 1, so I'm not just going to go on the Jamie bandwagon and say that this sweep should be broken. It's nice if it is, obviously, because I'm a Jamie player. Repping the shirt today. But that doesn't mean that this should be broken. So, obviously, that's fine as well. I would say probably the last change I would probably add to this character is give him a couple of tools in his toolkit already in his level 0 drink. Like, obviously, come on. I understand that the target combo is really good, and I understand it has a lot of good utility, but it's still really, like, it's a really small thing to give that would make him a little bit more threatening with 0 drinks. I really need him to be a little bit more threatening. And it's not that I want him to be broken. I really don't. If we had a broken Jamie, everyone would be just as miserable as we were with my EX fan. Like, it would be miserable as hell if he had every single option right away. It's just, we're not asking for that. We don't want him to be overly broken. We just want him to be a viable character against the top tiers and everyone else. We want him to play the same game a little bit. He plays Street Fighter 6 well. I think he does. He has neutral skips and stuff like that. He has a good drive rush. But his tools just don't complement the way other characters do it. So I just think he needs a little pick-me-up just to get him started. So I think giving him the target combo in 0 drinks would be nice. I don't think he should maintain his drinks after each round. But if they did, I'd probably lose 1 drink every round or lose 2. Like, if you're at +4 and you start with 2 drinks, then maybe. I don't know. I think I would get crucified for that, though. If we made that change. If he lost drinks in between rounds, but kept a little bit. So if you're at 2 drinks, you go back to 0. And if you have 3, you go back to 1. And you still get the target combo and the dive kick right away. But I think he should get at least the dive kick and the target combo, the stand jab in drink 1. I think this should be at the start of the round. Or you know what? This is actually another change that should be made. You know what you should do, guys? Don't let this jab become a thing at all. Take this jab away. Don't even make it a thing. Give him this jab in 0 drinks, but don't let him get the target combo until level 1. So that way he can punish and maybe make this a little bit more advantageous. And maybe make this -1 on block. Because, well, actually no, -1 would be a little bit stupid. Because this is already this is your main pressure tool. And so is this. So maybe make it -2. Maybe make it -2. So I'll leave that to the devs. Like, if they ever even try that, I would leave that to them. But I would say, like, at least make this a little bit more viable by giving it to him at the start of the round, the jab, by itself. And then at drink 1, give him the target combo. So that he can, like, navigate things a little bit. And then maybe in 0 drink, give him the dive kick so he has at least something. And he doesn't just have palm and that's it. This unsafe thing that's easily neutral jumpable. Like, his toolkit is so easy to counter. So I think people kind of, like, think Jamie is some like, annoying character when there's obvious counterplay to his gameplay, and you can beat his ass whenever you need to. You have better characters. I just wanted to be a little bit of a better character. So I'd say that's pretty much about it. I would say making this in the corner a little bit more plus. Make this +1, the regular, and make EX +2. So he gets a little bit more leeway on knockdown. Add EX drink, I think, is a great change that I saw on Twitter. I think that's a great idea, guys. I think that's a fantastic just way to get him started. I don't think his normals need adjustments. This is pretty good for whiff punishing. This is good for pressure. It's already +2. This is one of his best buttons in the game, bar none. 100%. Same with this. This would be stupidly broken if they made this any faster. I mean, you can, I guess. The only other change I would say is make this faster. So just like make this raw drink in neutral, make it a little bit faster so you can kind of fight the other characters in neutral. But I don't know. I'd say that's about it. Give him this jab in 0 drinks and give him the target and keep the target combo in level 1 drink, and let him have the dive kick without level 1 drink. It would just open up his game a little bit more, and it would make him a little bit more. People would have to think more, and not just like he wouldn't get shut down so easily, because it's already hard enough to get drinks. Like you can get knocked down just for trying to drink in neutral. So at least make it a little faster so that when they come at you, you can at least block and have your resource. Make the dive kick a little bit more safer. Not -4, which is stupid that it's even -4 in the first place at the highest height. Make it -2 so that it's in line with Cammy's. And then yeah, EX drink, and then make those things a little bit more advantageous. And just kind of give him a little bit, maybe a little bit more damage, less damage on some of his combos, so he kind of balances out. Because if they give him a little bit more damage in his drinks, it would be kind of broken anyway. So maybe like lessen his damage in his level 4 drink state. I don't know, just to kind of compensate with the buffs. Do something with his damage in each drink. Make his damage in the low drinks a little bit more. Make the drinks in the highers a little bit less to kind of balance it out. But still keep the damage buff a little bit so he has something a little bit different than the cast. I don't know. If these changes aren't exactly good, let me know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, what you would do with Jamie. I think these changes would be really, really cool. A little bit more safer dive kick would make him a little bit more less prone to getting punished for literally having 2 bars of meter spent, like Cammy. And having the dive kick in level 0 and the target combo jab at the beginning would be nice. Having a little bit more plus frames in the corner without spending drive meter like every other character literally has. And yeah, I think an EX drink, OD drink, and making his raw drink faster would be a little bit more better use to get him started a little faster and get his resources better. It's not broken. It's just a little bit more viable for him. He can get into the cast and he can actually do stuff. So I was really happy with the EX breakdance change. So other than that, his EX breakdance shouldn't be adjusted. I think well, maybe a little bit. Maybe make this a tad faster. I would say OD, make it a tad faster, but not really. Just 1 frame faster. Don't even have to make it 2 frames faster, else you guys are gonna go to Twitter jail. I swear to God. But just make it maybe 1 frame faster. It'd be really cool to be able to just reliably go under the fireballs. I don't think they should give him this in lower drink levels. I think that'd be way too broken. All I want is the jab target combo, and then you can do the jab target combo in level 1, and then maybe the dive kick. Those are the 2 moves I think he should get at the start of the round. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. That was my Season 3 Jamie changes wish list. This is the stuff I really hope come to Jamie in this game. I think he could be really, really good. At least a mid-tier. Maybe a tad, maybe a mid-tier, I would say, if these changes would come into fruition. It would be really nice to see him get some love this season and not be bottom tier like everyone's putting him. Let me know what you guys think. This has been the Loewenator. That was my Season 3 wish list for Jamie. Don't worry, guys. Hopefully we get our time soon to actually be a little bit more consistent in tournaments with this character. Hopefully we can do something. This has been Loewenator. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you guys found this useful. Let me know what you guys think Jamie should get in the comments, and let me know what you guys think the direction of Street Fighter 6 should be for Season 3. Hope you guys like Elena, and I hope you guys get some love for your characters. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys on the other side for Season 3. Peace.